Hello, everyone. Welcome to Profits to Wealth. I'm Abby, the relationship accountant. I help retail traders maximize their tax savings, and I teach traders how to trade under a business instead of their social security number. Tonight, we are going to actually go over President Biden Inflation Reduction Act together. But before we do so, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video. Let's get started. Let's discuss a little about what those changes are going to actually be, right? It's always important to prepare for potential changes that could affect your tax liability. And we have about 5 changes that actually may affect your tax liability for 2022. The number one change is actually clean energy tax credits for homeowners. This tax credit is going to be amazing, guys. The tax credit are extended to 2022 for homeowners that add either solar or wind power system that have eligible homeowners they literally are qualified for 30%. 30% tax credit. Yeah, that's big. I know, right? So, and the beautiful thing about it is that and this is up to what 2032. Yes. And after 2032, then it drops to 26%. And the 26% then it applies until 2034. All right. So the tax incentives are also include for purchase of energy efficiency water heater, heat pumps, HVAC systems. Rebates for these items can add up to as much as $14,000. So you want to make sure that you do talk to your tax accountant or your accountant about clean energy tax credit for homeowners. The second one, which is my favorite, is the rebate for electric vehicle purchases. All right. Now, I spoke a lot about electric vehicle last year, and I'm excited about that it's going to also be available for this year. So existing tax credit for purchase of new electric vehicles are extended to December 2032. Isn't that awesome? The credit applies to any clean vehicle, including hydrogen fuel cell cars within price limit. So to qualify, vehicle must be assembled in North America and be priced under $80,000. For trucks and SUVs, they have to be under $55,000 for all other cars. So it's $80,000 for trucks and SUVs, and it's $55,000 for all other cars. All right. Now, qualified buyers of new vehicle, they'll receive a $7,500 credit that applies at the point of the sale. So you'll automatically get a $7,500 credit. All right. A new $4,000 tax credit will also apply for the purchase of qualified used electric vehicle. So not all of us, can afford a new one, but for the used one, you'll get a $4,000 tax credit. All right. Now, the credit is also available for married couple filing jointly with income less than $300,000 a year, and single tax filers with income under $150,000 a year. The credit are affected immediately. But starting in 2024, qualifying vehicle must meet other requirements for American-made components, including batteries. All right. So that was number 2. The rebate for electric vehicle purchase is going to be a huge tax credit for 2022 tax season. Number 3 is the Affordable Care Act premium subsidies. The subsidies for health insurance under the Affordable Care Act was expanded in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, but it was scheduled to expire the end of 2022. Guess what? The Inflation Reduction Act extend those subsidies through 2025. So it is expected to benefit up to 13 million of Americans who purchase health insurance under the Affordable Care Act. Now, this one is not a warning, guys. A lot of people are scared of this one, but don't worry about it. All right. The legislation provides an additional $80 billion in funding over 10 years designed to allow the IRS to pursue more tax enforcement. So what does more tax enforcement mean? Now, it doesn't all necessarily means they're going to hire 500 people to audit you. Well, some of these people are going to be for audits, right? So that's why it's so important to stay in compliance. Make sure that you are completing your tax return correctly. Make sure you are completing them ethically, and you are staying in compliance. But truthfully, there is a lot of work that IRS needs to do on their end, and it literally is to expand funding. It's to expand IRS to help with actually having those return process a little bit more faster. So the expanded fund begins immediately, right? So the government pretty much gave IRS $80 billion to audit y'all, but no, I'm just playing. That is not what it's for. So last but not least is tax on stocks buybacks. So corporations have commonly repurchased their own stock as a way to boost the value of its shares. Tax, add a 1% tax on the value of the stock buybacks corporation choose to execute. So effective January 1st, 2023, you guys already know, Elon is looking at buying back his stocks. So on January 2023, this is actually going to take effect. So we talk about tax on stocks buybacks. We talk about expanding IRS enforcement. We talk about Affordable Care Act premium subsidies. We also talked about rebates for electric vehicle, right? And last but least, we talked about clean energy tax credits for 2022 tax season. Don't forget, if you have any questions, throw those questions below, and I promise to answer them. I'll see you guys next time.